The 2025-26 summer window is officially closed and I have lost my 3 billion. It is not 1 billion, it is not 2 billion, but it is 3 billion which I have lost in this summer transfers. The Premier League from the blue oil merchants as well as those American banks have invested more than 3 billion in the summer transfers. What is that going to be? I am broke, guys. I am completely broke. Give me the payment over here. Give me my payment. I am broke. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode with Ramsey, and in this video especially we will be talking about Alexander Isak, the transfer saga which was happening. It is Donnarumma, the surprise transfer which has happened. It is the likes of the transfer of Emiliano Martinez to Manchester United. It couldn't happen. Why? And it is the likes of Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea to Bayern Munich. My goodness, what a transfer saga this was. 2025-26 summers. I mean, all the fans were just waiting that when they are going to get the best transfers for their clubs to be playing this long season of their domestic league, the Champions League, the FIFA Club World Cup, as well as those domestic trophies which they are playing. But Liverpool to be starting first with the transfer of Alexander Isak. In our previous video, we have made that it is Florian Wirtz, those 150 millions. My goodness, it is 150 millions Florian Wirtz, and now it is 120 millions Alexander Isak. But Alexander Isak was seen crying behind the red bus, and Liverpool had the likes of playing against the likes of Alexander Isak's own team, Newcastle, just couldn't carry Alexander Isak back to Anfield. Oh my god, what a transfer saga it was. It was Alexander Isak who was just waiting to get the transfer to Liverpool, and the saga was complete because it is Liverpool, the Reds, who have won the 20th Premier League, and now they are aiming for the 21st Premier League title, and they will be rolling high if they are going to be getting that, because this season the Adidas venture into their jerseys is true. They have made those revenues from the social media subscribers, those members. But wait, what? We have also our subscriber and members account over. Scan this and give us those payment. Jokes apart, guys, it is Liverpool who has definitely done the transfers good, and Alexander Isak, he has been the prominent one in the Premier League. He has been scoring those goals. In the Carabao Cup final, it was Liverpool losing. It was Liverpool losing to Newcastle. The Magpies has won that Carabao Cup by the marvelous scoring spree of Alexander Isak, and Liverpool were targeting it. Their new sporting director as well as the likes of Arne Slot, Jurgen Klopp, not available, and it is Arne Slot who is doing the talking. Arne Slot has been making this team good enough, and he has been making the transitions seem good at Liverpool. That is the reason why Liverpool hasn't hesitated in making those. In all, more than 500 million Liverpool has spent in these transfers. Whether they are going to be winning any cup or not, whether they are going to be winning the 21st Premier League title or not, whatever it is going to be happening, whether they are going to be the finals of the Champions League or not, this is a big question. Will the FIFA Club World Cup Liverpool be playing this season? Will they be making good or not? It is many factors which is depending. Florian Wirtz, the new transfer which has come in. It is the likes of Kerkez, the new transfer which has come in. It is the likes of Ekitike who has been scoring. Mo Salah, talking about him, who was on the top goal scoring sheets in the Premier League in the previous season, but this season he hasn't got that much of the performance. But the overall development which Arne Slot has been making, and Alexander Isak adding more into that, he is going to be. It is Alexander Isak, it is Mo Salah, it is Florian Wirtz, it is Ekitike who is going to get the counters from Liverpool into their home to be denied. It is getting impossible, but the likes of other things which we'll be talking into it, that how the transfers of the blue oil merchants as well as the likes of those blue oil money which is floating, they have getting those investments time and again. It is Guardiola, the Godzilla of the Premier League, who has been winning those Premier League trophies for so many times in the past 10 years. But what about him? He is at the 12th spot after match day 3. Liverpool are at the top. It is at the 2nd spot where Chelsea and Arsenal are fighting. But what about the likes of Manchester United as well? They got the transfers which they were needed, and they were wanting the likes of Emiliano Martinez to be coming out at United. But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Ineos, what is wrong with them? Manchester United, Ruben Amorim knew what is wrong with them. What is this happening? Because this season, it is definitely Liverpool who will be going to rule the Premier League. No denying the fact. Mikel Arteta with that oil money, making those investments in those transfers, not doing good. It is the likes of Manchester City, Guardiola making those transfers, and still he wants those big transfers to be talking, and he has got Donnarumma. But Donnarumma, what was the cause? He left the likes of Paris Saint-Germain. PSG won the Champions League, but they got those defeats in the FIFA Club World Cup. It is Donnarumma who found that the PSG instability is definitely going to create those problems, and he was good. He was having those talks with his agent, and he made that transfer because he would be wanting himself to be seen as one of the top goalkeepers. He has that low age of 26 to 27 years now. He will be making it good in the coming 10 years down the line. That is what Donnarumma made this transfer. And what is there when Manchester City, you are asking for those transfers? Guardiola is there. He is going to make that paycheck available from those oil money. It is Chelsea again who were roaring high with those blue oil reserves, as well as the likes of Arsenal making those transfers. But it is not getting deficit enough to be making that good. Because this season, I am really making that when is Arteta going to be sacked? Definitely, I am waiting that when is Mikel Arteta going to be sacked and Arsenal are going to have a new manager and a new outlook and a new way to see their scoring, their team building up to be doing. Because it has been enough. We have seen enough of Mikel Arteta, not to be denying anything bad about him. On the other hand, it is the transfer of Nicolas Jackson to Bayern Munich. It took 3 days. August 30 was when Chelsea just confirmed that they are going to get Nicolas Jackson to Bayern, with those agreements being held. But after Liam Delap, the transfer which Chelsea got with those blue oil reserves, but we are talking about those blue oil reserves which Chelsea has got in making those payments, but they have won those 2 trophies in the past season. Is that the money which is roaring? Because Chelsea, to be talking about, whenever they have come into playing the Champions League, they have been this season be playing against Bayern, and Liam Delap's injury just made Chelsea to call Nicolas Jackson, who was already at the Allianz Arena for going for those medicals. He was denied. Nicolas Jackson didn't want to return to Chelsea and he stayed at Germany. Nicolas Jackson as well as his agent, both of them were staying at Man and they were wanting anything. His agent was also wanting that this transfer is to be happening, as well as the likes of Nicolas Jackson was also wanting, and he didn't left Germany. He stayed there. 3 days it took, and Bayern at last got. But it is Max Abel and the likes of Christopher Frohn. They have been monitored by the likes of Heinz into this. But I would say again, it is the Bundesliga who have made the transfers best this season. They have sold those big players. Talking about it is the likes of Wirtz, it is the likes of Simons, it is the likes of Woltemade. They have been doing it. There are many more players, and talking about especially Bayern into this for the transfer of Nicolas Jackson, they were wanting it. They just trashed Liverpool because Liverpool just got the transfers of Florian Wirtz. Bayern were confident that Wirtz were going to be coming into their squad, but Liverpool splashed those more than 175 millions for Florian Wirtz. Bayern were expecting to get Wirtz for 125 millions. More than 50 millions Liverpool spent in it to get Wirtz. And on the second aspect, it was Woltemade, which Bayern were expecting to get on a free transfer from Stuttgart the next season, because this season Stuttgart were expecting more than 75 millions for Woltemade. Messi, the long, tall, and those lanky legs, but he is the man who has been the top goal scorers in the Euro 21, in the DFB Pokals. He has been the man talking. He has been getting those goals in his bags. This season, a pretty good time. But Bayern couldn't get the transfer of Woltemade, and Woltemade going to the likes of Newcastle because Isak has moved to Liverpool, and it is all left with Nicolas Jackson to be making the talking. But Luis Diaz from Liverpool into those wings. It is Jackson who could be replacing Harry Kane if it is required. What is that? Bayern have just wasted in all in the transfers this season only 10 million. I'm not talking about a huge money involved in it, because if all the plus and minus of the balance sheet of the transfers we look, Bayern have just invested 10 million into this. That is what the Bundesliga transfer is the best of all, and whenever you are going to be making that, evaluating the players of their money which they are going to be performing, It is the Bundesliga again, which they have mastered their skill. They have been producing those players, they have been getting those transfers, and now the Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, the Neymar, the Kylian Mbappe saga is over. Now again, it is those money which is being invested, and it is the likes of the Bundesliga clubs who are really ruling this planet. But in terms of money, the blue oil reserves and the American reserves have made that. Newcastle with those American reserves, it is the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City, Arteta, Mick. What are they going? They are investing so much of money from those oil reserves, but is that the fruitful result which they will be getting to at the end of this season? Give your votes that which was the best transfer, and according to your club, can we make the aspect of into our comment section that what was the best transfer of this season. But Barcelona, they have got the likes of Marcus Rashford to Barcelona. Barcelona couldn't get a big transfer because Camp Nou is not ready and the revenues are not generating. But when is the Camp Nou going to be ready? Till then, keep going guys, keep going. Bye bye.